You've been waiting for it. You've been wondering when it's going to come out, and here it is. Nano Banana 2, actually known as Nano Banana Pro. I'm Rosh, the co-host of the Creative AI Show, where we are two creative guys talking AI. And as you know, Gemini 3 was launched a couple days ago, which means maybe Nano Banana 2 was going to pop up pretty soon. And it only took a couple days, which is more of our wheelhouse versus Gemini. So we're going to dig in and see, does it do what they say it does? Digging into what they say Nano Banana Pro can do, such as generate clear text within images. Well, we're going to test that idea. Seamlessly transfer image styles. Well, that's certainly part of the process. This is the one I'm excited about. Combine 6 images at a time with high quality results. I have a couple tests to do with that one. And then turn ideas into professional quality visuals, which of course is for presentation, online or off. There's a lot of ways we can create presentations or quality visuals that we can use, say, for social media or a PowerPoint or maybe a giveaway, maybe even distilling information from like statistics into a graphic to make it easier to understand. There are a lot of ways that we're going to have to test that out in the coming days. And we're also going to test or compare Nano Banana to other image AIs just to see the difference there. First, let's test out the writing. And let's pull in a chalkboard. This is actually a chalkboard in a field. And I'm going to be rather specific here. Here we are, moving closer to the chalkboard, but still see the field in the background and write a 10-word poem about the field. Here we go. This is an image to image. We'll test text to image, and we'll also test some editing because, well, this is actually kind of like editing because editing your images is an important part of our needs as creative image makers. Oh, and here we go. Mists cling low, whispering secrets, where silent, frosty grasses grow. Well, and look, it's talking about the field. It's the mist. It saw the image and it wrote about it. Pretty good. One thing it can do is actually switch direction, which is sometimes really hard. We can't get a good, clear opposite direction that's in, say, proper perspective or ratios or even related sometimes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a scene using the 6 objects. But then we're going to look the other direction, which is often kind of tough to do with these platforms, with AI image generators. And this is helpful because we want to be able to create multiple directions or looks within a scene, especially if we're trying to create a video clip that is consistent. Not just consistent with the characters, but also consistent with the background. Okay, so let's take a look here. Here are a bunch of elements that I have pulled together. Let's use this one. We'll start here as our background. Now, this one, I'm not going to tell the AI necessarily what to do, just a simple prompt. But then the next one, I'll tell it exactly what I want it to do with each object. But this one, I'm going to let the AI use its own style, or perhaps its own creativity. So we have our background. As you can see, we can change some. This has 2 pieces in it. I'm not going to try to confuse it. Let's use this person here. There's 5, one more. This. I'm just going to say create a scene with these elements. Create a scene with these elements. And like I said, next time I'll tell it what I want it to do. But first we're going to create the scene and then we're going to look the opposite direction. can see it going through the process. All right, here it is. And you see Nano Banana Pro. All right, here it is, and they're all looking at the ball. But I guess that's irrelevant. Do we have all of the elements? Let's see. We have the vacuum, the ball. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we? Are we missing anything? What are we missing? Oh, no, we're not. There are the boots. That's great. Okay. Now look the other direction behind the subjects. And here we are. And let's see. Is it consistent? So if we're behind them, actually, yeah, that's not perfect because as you can see, there's a perspective element. Now, this is something it was supposed to be able to clean up, and I have seen good examples, but this one failed actually at this technical level. Let's try another one. All right, I have all 6 of my elements, and this is what I'm gonna say. So here we go. The model is on the moon, background provided, wearing the red hat and colorful jacket, playing the middle instrument, and the race car is behind her. So I have the middle instrument because I wanted that specific instrument, but I didn't want to describe it. I wanted to make sure it can figure it out. The red hat's obvious. I put the moon provide, because if I just said the moon, maybe perhaps it would just create its own moon background. And then the colorful jacket is in the other image, and we want the race car behind her. Let's see how Nano Banana Pro does. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, the model looks about right. That's our car. That's looking a little off. And it is a different instrument, but it is the jacket and it is the hat. That looks about right there. I see some issues. But that's why we're really testing it, why we're really pushing this level of combinations and just making sure, well, honestly, to see how much further these AIs have to go to really understand what we're talking about. And sometimes it will always be human error. Human error can be a part of this. So the good part about this is that we can make adjustments and edit, and that's the idea. So let's upload that photo of the instruments and see what happens if we say replace. Okay. Replace with the middle instrument in the attached photo. We're not going to say anything else about the photo above. We're just going to see if it understands what I'm asking, as it's part of a editing need. Okay, here we are. So we just got our instrument, and it didn't understand that I wanted to add it to the photo above. Now I'm going to be more specific. Add and replace with this instrument to the photo with the model on the moon. Okay, we got our instrument. The lighting isn't quite right, I don't think, but we're going to go with it. The car, obviously, we would need to make some adjustments there, but let's move on and do a text-to-image using some of the classic tests. And a classic test would be like a wine glass that's full to the top in a certain time. We'll do something like that and test it in its own way. So here we go. An alien holds a glass of orange juice, which is filled to the very top, and the hands on the clock behind say 8:21 a.m. And the reason this has been a big test is that the AIs have not they've not been trained on glasses of wine or orange juice or water filled to the very top. They've been at various other points. And all the AIs have been trained on, for the most part, it seemed like clocks that were at 10:10. And so all clocks tend to be 10:10. It's really tough to get an exact time. And so that has been a test as we have been testing and seeing what the capabilities are of each generation of AI image creator and video creator. So it's important for us to be able to edit. It's important for us to be able to do what we need to do and have the consistency, because many times these images are the foundation of our video stories. Okay, let's see if this works. Here we go, and here is our alien in the kitchen with a glass of orange juice. The orange juice is not filled to the top, and it is not 10:10. Good try, but it's 8:34, not 8:21. I believe that's what we wanted. Yep, 8:21. So we have some work to do, which in some ways keeps us all in business, because we're going to have to try a few times to get exactly what we want. And of course, if we wanted this alien in a specific background, the nice thing is we could have added that. Now let's do something practical. Here I go. I've uploaded 4 images to create the thumbnail that hopefully you clicked on to watch this video. Use these elements to create a highly clickable and appropriate dimension YouTube thumbnail about the release of Nano Banana Pro. Hopefully we don't have to make too many adjustments. Let's see what happens. Here we are. What do you think? I'm gonna go with it. It didn't, let's see, what would we miss here? Oh, the jacket is different. Okay, well, we gave it its job. We're going to go with it. I don't see the eyeballs in there, but we are going to, we're going to go with it. We're going to see how good it does. Let's see if this video gets, say, 1,000 views in the first day, because we used a very clickable thumbnail, and hopefully this video shows people what they wanted to see. And if you want to hear more about AI for the creative, check into the Creative AI Show every Monday on this YouTube channel and your favorite podcast location, where we are 2 creative guys talking AI. I'll see you in the next video.